Welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to create a minion. I've prepared some examples for you so you can see what we're going to create. We're going to create a basic shape on this character. These are some modifications of the basic shape, so you can see when you got the basic shapes you can create all kinds of different minions. He's the basic one, and I gave him some additional clothes. This is the same guy without the clothes. This is the one we are going to create. So let's get started. Okay, hide this one. And over here I've got a basic capsule. You can find it over here. And what we need to change is we will need to change the height segments. There's around 14, cap segments 8, and about 40 rotation segments. It doesn't have to be that much, but we need a few of them because otherwise our render won't be perfectly smooth, and later on we could also use some subdivision surface to create an even smoother surface, but for this moment it will be fine. Okay, what we need to do then is we need to transfer this and make it edible. Okay, and because we want to change the height of these top segments, go into the side view, and select the top and just squeeze it a little. Oh, sorry, I made just a small mistake. We have to select all visible, not only the visible but all polygons. Okay, do it again. Just about that. And then we changed a little bit like this. Okay, do it on the other side as well. Okay, now we got our basic shape. Of course, there are minions in all kinds of sizes. It's up to you what you want. You got tall ones, fat ones, but that will do at the moment. Okay, just to give it a little bit a look like a minion, we can also add some texture. I got one prepared over here, and I'll show you what I did. Let's go into the color, and the color is a little bit yellow, not too bright. And I put in some Fresnel, and goes from dark to light, and that's actually all. We don't want it to be too reflectant, and we also do not want anything to light up in the dark or just a bump or alpha. It will do it for the moment. We can put it on. Alright, we got the basic of our yellow guy. Okay, what do we need now? We need some arms, and we are going to create it now. Go to the side view, zoom a little bit in. Okay, we don't need this selection anymore. And what we have to keep in mind is that I'll show you the view, that the head is the largest part of the capsule. So our arms won't be in the middle, but just a little bit below the middle. So we have to keep that in mind. Just about here. Select those segments. Go to the side view. Okay, and then what we need to do is we're going to create the arms, and for the arms we need a cylinder, and we need a radius of 70 height, 1 height segments, and rotation segments 7, and you have to put the orientation on the X. And we don't need the caps. It's okay. Just move the arm into the right position. Just check it over here. Just like that. We keep it nice in the middle of some segments. And in the middle of the minion. Okay. Well, this is not enough because it's too straight and we want some narrow ends. And for that we have to make it edible. Okay. We rename this an arm and we rename this in body to keep it separated. Okay, and we need a loop selection. Make sure you select the edge. Select this outside edge, and then we want to make it a little bit smaller and maybe some round figures, just 10. Well, not small enough. Let's make it even smaller. Let's try 9. Gonna take up very thin arms. Yep, that looks nice. Okay. We got one arm. Of course, we need one on the other side as well. So duplicate this one. Call this arm left. Of course, we have to rotate this arm. Sorry. Of course, it's 180 degrees, not 90. Okay. Just check the front. Yep, we get 2 arms. And to get a minion feeling, we can put some texture on it. Later on we are going to decide if we want maybe some more subdivisions, but we can apply that later on. When you want to animate a figure and when you're going to bend, then it would be a good idea to give it more subdivisions. Okay, let's continue, and you probably think, whoa, where's that hand coming from? I just put it in from my original model because I did a lot of modifications, and it's the easy way to show you how I did it when we have the original one in the scene, and then I recreated, and you can follow the procedure as along the way. Okay, well, get here's the hand, and we're trying to recreate it. First we need a circle. Of course it's way too big. Over here, and it's facing another direction. Put it in the right position, and let's make it a little smaller. just about that. Make a copy. A little bit smaller, and this one as well. Okay, make another one. A little bit inwards. Okay, let's get the hand out of the way for a second, and then what we need is a loft, and we put our circles into the loft, and you can see we have the beginning of the hand, and what we need is another circle over here, and put a little bit inwards and make it smaller like that. Just a little bit in. Okay. Do the other side, make a copy, put it out, and just make it smaller. Okay, that's a nice base on the hand. And what we can do is make another copy, a little bit bigger. Another one, crease as well. Maybe that's too much. Okay, well, we have to make sure that our head is not completely round, it's a little bit flat. And we can do that by making this circle edible. And squeeze it a little bit. Maybe get rid of this one. It's maybe not flat enough. Yeah. Now, copy of this one. Moving forwards. Oh, we have to put it, of course, inside the loft. And we need another copy. Well, just go on tweaking the way you like it, of course. A bit up. We need another copy. Get a little smaller. Yep. Another one. Don't forget to put it inside. This one really small. And this is going to be the base of this finger. What we want to do is we want to pull that a little bit up, just like that. Just another copy. Out like this. A little bit up. course, when you're not happy, you just go back a little bit and put in some extra modifications. Yep. Okay. Another one. We're almost there. No, sorry. We don't need another one. Okay. Oh. Okay, when you're not happy, you can always change the circles again. There's no problem because it's still edible. Okay. Okay, what we can do now is when you turn out the loft, you can see all the shapes what it's based off, and what we need is the last ones, and around 8. And we're gonna select those ones, and then we're gonna make a copy. Okay, and we just got the circles, then we take another loft. Let's close this one for a second and put this one underneath that loft, and then we get another finger. We can rotate that. We can put it into position, whatever we want it, and maybe it's too flat. And what you can do then is just select all those ones and just squeeze a little, and we also can extrude it a little bit like that, and then we get another finger. Maybe rotate it a little bit. You can also make some modifications, of course. Okay. Make another copy. Just move it to the other side. Oh, oopsie. It's better to do it this way. Okay, we hide the hand for a second. Okay. Maybe we can put as the last ones a little bit further away. Okay, well, it's a way of how you can make a hand on a very easy way. Of course, you can model it in some other ways, of course, but this is a very simple way. Okay, what we need to do now is to convert it, of course, in a polygon, because it's not easy when you animate things in there or in a loft. It's not possible. We have to make it a nice clean shape of it. Just select, make it editable. Same with the other ones. Of course, when you're doing this, you have to make sure you want to keep, of course, this shape. And then connect. Just connect. Connect, and of course we have the different components now, and we can put them together in one. And then we got a hand. Okay. We no longer need the other one. And because our guy needs to have two hands, make a copy. Hand left. Okay, 100 degrees. What you can do now is we can see this is not in the same position, and that's not always easy when you try to change things. So move it over here. Check it vertical in the right position as well. It isn't. Okay. Yep. So get rid of this one again. Make another copy. Hand left. Okay. None. 180. Yep. Then move it to the other side. Just about here. Okay, well, our guy got nice hands. And what we need is, of course, a texture for the hands. And color you need just not totally black, and we need a Fresnel again, so black and a little grayish. Put on our hands. Okay, and let's continue to the face. Okay, what we really need is a nice eye, and the best thing about this eye is that you can animate it and it follows also the movement. And why to trying to create something as we can get something from the internet for free that's really perfect for these minions. And a great thanks to Nitro4d, because we're going to use his free plugin, and it's called a Magic Eye. So search on the internet for it. You can see the Magic Eye. Just press it. We also need the magic eyelid, and I'll explain to you how things all work. Okay, it of course doesn't look like an eye at the moment, but we have to change the settings. First we need to do is to give it some texture, and then just press create new material, and it gets you a very nice texture of a brown eye. You can change that if you want in another texture. It can be blue or grey or green, anything you like. And then we change the size. It's way too big. What we need is around 19. This two settings is the display and the render setting. And the iris is about 17%, and the pupilla about 59. Okay, it's a lot smaller now, and we have to do that the same with the magic eyelid. Of course, it has to fit, so this also has to be 19. Subdivisions, just 1. And depth is okay, 10. Want to start it at 79 and stop at 71. Okay, what we need to do now is we have to put them, of course, both of them in the right position. We're going to move them into our figure, of course, in the center. Just stick out a little bit. And then what's also important is the height. About in the middle. Just a little bit more, just about half. And this may be a little bit higher because we also have to create the glasses and the mouth. Just take a look over here. And maybe we could reload the word shading. Just check it a little bit. Just give it a quick render, and we get some nice eyes. Okay, and what we can do is we can put our minion texture on the eyelid, so it does look yellow as well. Okay. And one other nice thing you can do is when you create a rig, you get a null object, and when you move this null object, you will see the eye movement. It will follow this dot, and it's very interesting if you want to animate your figure or give it another face expression. And it's the same with the eyelid, of course. You can put it open or just any way you like it. Okay, now comes another tricky part, and that's modeling a mouth. And of course, that's again about personal taste. If you want to be a little bit dull, a little bit smiley, a little bit sad, but for this moment, we're going to create a just a little bit smiley one, and we need a body, and then we're going to select some polygons. The arrows getting a little bit in the way. It's annoying. I don't know why this happens, but okay, just like that. And we have to make sure it's in the middle. Yeah, it is. And then what we need to do is we have to push it inside the minion. For doing this, we I'm gonna use this one, and then just push it backwards like that. Okay. And what we can do now is, when you select some points, like this one and this one, pull them up a little bit. This one, this one, also. Just got a smiling minion. Okay, well, of course you can tweak it anymore if you like. Maybe get those ones. This one, put a little bit lower as well. Select this one. Okay, well, what we see now is when we render, we see some hard lines, and that's not exactly what we want. We want to have a really soft texture. And what we can do is grab a subdivision surface and place the body inside. Give it a render. But what you see is that these areas become softer, but it's not exactly maybe not exactly what you want. You want it to be softer, but not that soft. You see all the edges are tweaking, and you can change the settings by doing this way. When you go into your body, right click, and then you add a subdivision surface weight tag. And what you're gonna see, the whole thing's changing color, and then okay, and what you're doing, you select these edges of the mouth, okay, now subdivision again, go to the weight tag, and then go to the selection, and then you can see you can change some settings. You see this is changing the shape of the mouth. It's too much. Give it a render. You can see it becomes a little bit firmer. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you for watching part 1. In part 2 of the tutorial, we're going to create the glasses and the teeth of the minion. See you next time.